Hi, good morning, Chandra. Chandan, I need your help to configure the IP of my local server. So actually, I tried yesterday. It is right now. It's obtained from as per the DHCP. So yeah, give me one moment. Sorry.
Yes, yes, Shikhar. Yes, Shikhar. Yes, yes, Shikhar. Hello.
Can you see my screen, Sugar? Okay. So actually, I tried yesterday, but what happened that this Ethernet was disconnected for a while, and then again it was assigned by DHCP. And I went here, TCP IP4 properties. Let me know if I'm doing right. Then I mentioned like 198, sorry, 192.168. Yeah, yeah. So I was just configuring it, and I mean, is this right? 192.168.1.1. Can you let me know like how to configure it? Uh, in last it's 2 digit or okay. And how? What if I mention 3 digit? Like yesterday, I mentioned 192.168.100 and then 100. Hmm. Hmm. So don't we get automatic IP like when I mean clicking here, my IP is gone. So when I need to communicate local client machine to primary DC, then I need the IP address. So in that, like, how will I get the IP address? I tried disabling the firewall as well as you told, and I mentioned the same IP address. I think there's some issue on the IP itself, but Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 And here also we need to uh, leave it blank. Okay. Okay. Uh, SMT local server will configure as primary DC server. Server installed on the machine. Okay. Right, I'm trying in backend. Meanwhile, if I will face any issue, I will let you know. I'm just turning off my screen sharing.
Okay. So, meanwhile, can somebody cover yesterday recap? What we covered yesterday?
We installed some of the prerequisites of Exchange, .NET, and C++ frameworks, and then we installed Exchange in the system.
What else? One more thing we covered yesterday.
FSMO rule, like the levels
Yes,
of FSMO rule.
FSMO role transfer. So we transfer the roles from one DC to another DC.
Okay.
So, like Sultan, anyone else has configured their lab? Happy, Nathan, Manoj, Ravi, anyone? Okay, Nathan. So I'll share my screen. Let me connect my hard drive.
Yesterday, I tried installing Windows Server and Windows uh, 10. It took me 5 6 hours, like 5 10 times. It was giving me error message,
Yeah, it was good.
but now it's working fine.
So the more you resolve your error message, your issues, you'll get more confidence. So can anybody explain what are the recipients? Hello? Can anybody explain what is recipients?
Shikhar, if you're talking, you are on mute.
Yes, you're right. Thank you. So I was asking, can anybody explain what is recipient type? What are the
No
recipient
idea.
type? By the name, anybody understand anything? Recipient type?
It could be like if to whom we are sharing the email
Who is
outside
capable?
of the
Who is
organization or
capable to receive the email?
okay.
So who can be receiver? Can anybody answer?
Any same domain or different domain.
Anybody who is capable to receive emails. Okay.
Okay.
So my question remain name same. What is the recipient type? According to your English knowledge, I mean general knowledge, recipient is somebody who can receive the emails. So if you break down into the simple sentence, who can receive emails?
Those who have the mailbox.
So DL does not have the mailbox, but DL also receive emails. The mail contact does not have the mailbox, but they also receive emails. The security groups does not have mailbox, but they also receive mail. Okay.
Mhm.
So recipient types are anyone who is capable to receive emails. Okay. My machine is getting started, so I'll just show it to you. It's applying this GPU settings. It's still applying. So we have these many recipient types. I'll show you. We have user mailbox, we have shared mailbox, we have room mailbox, we have mail user, we have mail contacts, we have distribution group, we have dynamic distribution group. Okay.
Got it.
So now if you break down into the actual definition, I think I have created one file not taking something. Let me see if that file still exists. Hi Aziz, thanks for joining. trying to see if I have made that file as notes or I'll make a new one. Okay, I'll make a new one. I shared in the group. Can you share that link, please? One file I have created for
Dot
taking
txt file you shared, right?
for take. Yeah, no. For Word file, I have to share one notes.
Yesterday you shared some of the screenshots, but let me see if you have. I don't see any Word file, Chandra. You have shared some screenshot of that.
I shared the links of the Word file.
So, okay, let me check on the link for that.
Yeah, this one. docs.google.com. No, this is for, yeah, this was the link. This was the link I have shared.
Yeah.
I'll share it once again. Okay. So first we have user mailbox. Though user mailbox is linked with the AD account. So if I show you in my Exchange, after I installed Exchange, I think we took 3-4 hours to exchange to do the installation. So this is our brand new lab where I have not created much of the user. My machine is running slow, even it has 8 GB RAM, but I think I have installed Exchange and AD everything on the same machine. That's the reason it might be slow. So it's always recommended to have a member server and there install Exchange.
Like we need to install two server, right?
Yes, one for AD, one for Exchange.
Okay.
Make that as a
Okay.
member server. Like here, we plan to install Exchange on this. This is our primary lab, remember?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
due to
So,
the error, I
uh,
have installed these labs on 2016 servers, but Exchange 2019 is no more supporting in 2016, so I had to prepare new lab on 2019.
So can we bypass that installation by cloning it?
Means,
Like we have a long process of installation of the server, right? We have to copy the image and all those part. So can we clone the servers
no,
like
we
this? To
cannot.
we have to install again.
Yes,
So
or else on 2016 you can install server 2016, Exchange Server 2016. That will support, but that is a little older version compared to 19. There's not much difference, but it's good to learn latest one.
yeah,
The
I have
late
19.
the latest is SC now, but that is subscription based. Aziz, any idea that SC we can install it without having license, or we need license? Aziz, you there? Hello, hello. You have joined, Aziz. Yeah, Aziz is there. Aziz has given thumbs down, not thumbs up. What happened, Aziz? You don't like the session? Just kidding, guys. So let me come back to the topic. My machine is getting started. So just few more. Yeah, it's run. So whenever we read anything from our lab, we'll try to
Hey,
keep.
sorry to interrupt, Shikhar.
Yeah,
I was connected from a machine and there is no mic. So,
that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I was asking that SC version we can install, or we need license. I think we need license, right?
SE second edition.
Yeah, it need license, right?
I never tried that.
You never tried that. Okay, we'll try that in our upcoming sessions. Once we completely learn this, then we'll install SC, because SC is the latest one, and that is a license version we need, subscription based. So I'll try to put this into same. No, where the screenshot went. This I wanted. This error. Okay, that's not that important. That's okay. Yeah, so today we'll be starting the training on Exchange. So whatever the ED requirement to install Exchange, that much we have already covered in ED. Then another part which is configuring the GPU and AG is not even covered 50%. So there's a lot to cover in AD. But I'm starting with Exchange because we planned this training for Office 365. The primary goal was not AD. But if you know AD this much, there is more than enough to learn Office 365 and Exchange. Right, Aziz? Anything else? I think Aziz has mic issue. So since I was explaining the mailbox type, so first we have user mailbox. So the user mailbox says that it should have assign a linked with AD account. So this is our AD, and here I have created one user, Ankit Sharma. So I'll create one more user, Abdul Aziz. Okay, Aziz Abdul. So his login ID will be A Abdul. A Abdul @sharma.com. So any account which is mailbox linked, that has to be an AD account, that is called user mailbox, means the user exists in our company. So as of now we don't have any new machine or any machine joined this domain, so we cannot show you the login of Aziz. But since I have just created this account and I've shown you the same way in our Windows 8 machine and all, so you need to trust me that it works. I have created account here, so Aziz will be able to log in. So I have created Aziz account. Now I'll show you my Exchange lab which I prepared yesterday, and this is our Exchange lab. So this will be always your DC primary address slash ECP slash Exchange client version 15. So ECP means Exchange connection point or concept portal, something I'm not sure, but that is your admin portal URL. For end users it's always ending with OA. So DC01 is my primary DC name, 2 case this is name, then .sharma.com is my company name, then slash with OA. OA means Outlook Web Access.
Shikhar, I have one question. So you told me that you have created two uh, servers, right? So these two servers are connected, right?
No.
Earlier.
Earlier it was
But,
connected, yeah. This was able to
so
ping
that's
to each
why.
other.
Okay.
So I was planning to install Exchange Lab on my DC2 servers because it was a member server, but because of that installation did not work, I was trying to install Exchange 2019, so I had to prepare a new lab with Exchange Server 2019 supported server. So this is something administrator I will log in, and then I will try to show you the recipient types and mailbox types here. Okay, I want to end the screen. Somebody did message. Yeah, Manohar is starting new batch for Office 385 master program for 2016, that ending for today demo. Anybody from this batch is attending their paid classes, feel free to share the learnings.
I joined. So he was just discussing about like how to, what kind of things are going on in the market, why people are lacking, uh, cracking the interview because they are working on similar kind of skill sets. So these kind of things are.
Okay. Knowledge is always welcome to share, and it's also help you to have a stronger grab on your knowledge if you share it. Okay, it's taking some time to log in, guys, so I'll try to explain theoretically until it's coming up. So I'll explain what is database by the time. Let's suppose you have an almirah, okay, at your home, and in that almirah you have different boxes, like compartments. So each these boxes are assigned to each of your family members. So let's suppose you have 4 kids. So each of those boxes assigned to one of your family member, and then you have your wife, you have you, your mother, your sister, and your father. Similarly, you have more family members, so it doesn't matter how many family members you have, but you have in one almirah there is so many boxes. So these boxes called mailbox. Okay, understood? Yes, no, maybe, guys. And
Yes, Shikhar.
what we call this almirah, any idea? We call this almirah as a mailbox server, MBX server, because this server has only mailboxes. Okay, similarly, we would have another almirah in our company. We can have so many almirah depending on the company size. So the hierarchy will be same. Each almirah will have similar boxes depending on your company size, depending on the family size. Okay, but the limitation is one mailbox can have 99 databases. So these mailbox are just mailbox. So sorry. These call databases, not MBX. So let me rub it off, and then I'll inside this we have mailboxes. Where is that? Yeah. So this is not mailbox. This is called database. So this is called database. So each database will have segregation. I'm only giving example for one, so you can understand other database also in a same level. Okay, getting my point, guys? So
Yes.
these call data, this call MBX, mailbox. Mailboxes, this call mailbox, and this what you see here, this round black box call Inside this, it is called mailbox, but this set of mailbox is called database. How do I choose this? Okay, I'll choose this. Yeah. So this is called database. Understood? No, no, no. This is called mailbox server, and this is called database. Now understood? This is DB, and this is called server, MBX server. So as I was explaining, each these server have set of databases, and each database have set of mailboxes depending on the company size. So the maximum database one server can have how many? 99 databases. If you This is one of the interview question for on-premise exchange. For cloud, you will never get this question. Okay, so each one of these databases also have mailbox inside, and each mailbox has a set of properties. Am I clear by now, guys?
Hi, Shekhar. Can you explain that 99 database I didn't get? What actually it means?
Okay, so one server has limit of keeping the maximum number of databases. Similarly, one database also has maximum size of, there's a limit of everything, right? Similarly, we have database limit also. So each server has a limit of 99 database limit, that if you have 100 database, then you have to prepare new server, that is a new server, another Almira. So take an example, in one Almira you can only keep 99 boxes. If you have 100 people in your home, then you create another room for the another Almira. You create another room, you create another Almira, and you start keeping up to 99 mailboxes to that Almira if you have new family members into home. So this is like complete organization. So which organization means the same organization will have a room for your Active Directory, then it will have a room for your networking, then it will have a room for your exchange servers, like departments, right? So that's how it will come under one organization. This boundary is just one. So this is your AD, and this is your exchange server. So similarly, if you have bigger company, multiple sites, the same kind of structure will be created on that particular location as well, like Bangalore, US, UK, Canada, or any other location. Same structure will be uh, constructed, but that all the information, that which server has which IP address, which site has how many servers, which site has Active Directory active, which site has passive information, these all information will be stored into our infrastructure master role. So remember when I was creating Active Directory users, I was trying to duplicate So even if Chennai user, Chennai AD admin try to create happy twice, it will check throughout the organization, even in all the location. Within a second, it will check whether happy exists or not. If happy already exists, then it will give the error message that this is already exist. You cannot create another one. Okay. So till now, any question, guys? Hello. Please
I'm good.
ask. Please ask questions, because without asking questions, I'll feel like it's going above your head. Okay. So as I mentioned, you have one Almira that is called Mailbox server. Then you have a database. This is your database. Inside this database, you have mailboxes. So inside your mailbox, your emails get stored, your messages get stored, your Teams chat gets stored, and your call history gets stored, your calendar information gets stored, your SharePoint gets stored. Everything gets stored inside the mailbox. Then, if you want to maintain, do the maintenance on this particular DB, these DBs are named like DB01, DB02, DB03, DB04. So this is one. Then we have DB02, then we have DB03, then we have DB04. Similarly, we have DB099. So in Active Directory, we'll have information of all the users. So remember when we were discussing Sindhu's email, when Sindhu's email came to ID and throughout Edge and asking that information, I want to deliver the email to Happy, but Active Directory knows that Happy's email box server database is 99. So Active Directory will provide the path of 99 database, because Active Directory knows that Happy's mailbox into this database, because company is very big. Company has 99 database in each Almira and on each server. So if company is bigger, Amazon is so big company, it can have lakhs and lakhs employees. Like TCS has 5 lakh employees. So can you imagine how many mailboxes TCS they have? In one server, you can only keep 99 database. So if TCS has 5 lakh employee, how many servers they have in the backend? And to manage these servers, how many admins they have? So this is how the organization grow more. They need more people to manage, and that's how we have our jobs. So these limits were 99. Let me check the latest limit. These limits were when I was working as an admin in 2013. So I'm not sure the limit got increased. You need to keep yourself updated. Mostly it will be same. Let me search it. Hold on. What is the database limit in Exchange Server 2019? And this is an interview question, guys. Okay. See, I also asked to ChatGPT and I was right. So maximum minimum 5 mailboxes and maximum 100 mailboxes. This is the mailbox size of each database. Now this is database limit. Similarly, we have server limit as well. There's no fixed limit maximum size for the 1 TB, 2 TB example. So that server always depends on size. What is the size designed or what is the size allocated to that particular server, up to 2 TB per database. TB means terabytes. Enterprise edition 100 database. Okay, so that is what the limit is. One mailbox server have 99 databases. That's I'm sure it's still same. It's not changed. And one database can have up to 100 mailboxes. So any question of this, guys? So let's suppose I have already copy pasted this into our notes. So I'll create new. So let's suppose we have TCS, which is 5 lakh employees. So one Almira, then we have two Almira, then we have three Almira, then we have four Almira, then we have five Almira. Like this, we need so many Almiras. These Almiras are called servers, mailbox servers. And then each these Almira will have their database uh, servers, sorry, database inside this. So each Almira can have only 99 database, and each database server can have only 99 users inside, 99 mailboxes. So after 99 employee inside this server, if it fills, then it will say it reached the limit. Then we have to save that next mailbox into next database. If this reach to 99 limit, then we have to create new database like this, and then it will be saving next user information to next database. And this keep increasing based on company size. So if your company size of 100 employee, then just we need one server, one mailbox server. Okay, understood? Am I clear? Because if I show you practical, you might see maximum people who just knows administrator part, hardly they know these things in the background. But this is a very important information to understand what is database, what is server, what is mailbox server. And that's the reason learning Office 365 is easier than learning on premise. If you go to cloud, if you go to Microsoft, let's suppose versus this, I'll compare to cloud, and this is cloud services. So what does cloud service will do? It will give you database, server, everything, whole space on rent. You pay $35 per month as a rent, which is a huge amount. If you convert this $35 per month for, let's suppose you are minimum of 100 employees, okay, 100 employees into 35 per month you are paying to Microsoft. $3,500 you are paying every month. So just to manage 100 employees of company, you are paying to Microsoft to gain this database and everything. How much? Huge amount every month you are paying. But what company says, what Microsoft says, you pay around 3 lakh rupees every month as a rent. So what company does, for example, now Microsoft is saying you don't need to worry about this maintenance. We will manage the installation of patch, installation of the servers. We will manage the database cleanup. We will manage the storage space. If your database get filled, we'll give you new database. The more what you need to pay is only the license cost of per user. That's it. No matter how many mailbox you need, no matter how many servers do you need, no matter how many admins do you need, no matter how many rooms do you need, no matter how much AC, electricity, security guards you need, you don't care anything all of this. We will give you everything including just in $35 per month. So that is the cloud services. Cloud is giving every all these things on rent. What they give you? Just a simple URL, portal.office.com, and you log in there on a username password, and you will be landing to your mailbox. That's it. End users, they don't know all these what is going on behind the scene. So on premise, what is on premise? We are managing everything. So what is the lack behind this? I have seen most of in my projects, whenever we face any issue, we have litigation issue, we have any issue with Microsoft, we open a case with Microsoft, and it's very difficult to get an engineer. First of all, they ask for logs of each and everything of your organization. They takes 24 hours, so the production get hit very badly. But as per Microsoft design, there are very less chance that production get hit. I mean, everything works so smoothly as per them that very less chance that you'll get outage. Understanding, guys?
Yeah.
So when you learn Office 365, I'm teaching you something bigger than Office 365. Office 365, it will be you same thing, but it will be on cloud. That's it. What you will get as an admin, you will get portal.com admin. This link you will get as an administrator. You log in there, and after logging there, where will you land? You will land here only. This we already have. This is your exchange. Everything you have in your on premise. Now, if I buy, then still why people are moving to cloud, or why still people are using on premise? Because when you buy these servers, first thing you need to buy a good server which has good RAM. Then this server should be maintained. All the patch should be latest patch installed. Then you need security guard to maintain your server rooms. Then you need to have sufficient AC room to cool the AC, because it has to be in perfect condition. Then you need license of this server. I mean, the you need to purchase this license of this. See, enter product key. It's asking, right? So if I go here, enter product, because this is my free for 160 days, it's free for learning purpose. Microsoft give all this free of course in learning purpose. So in these trainings, whichever the trainings you'll get on that another group, these things they'll get free of cost from Microsoft. Even learning Office 365 is also free. You just need your time. You have to spend time and little guidance. That's it. Nothing is paid from Microsoft. I have not paid single penny entire my career to learn Microsoft products. So this is the key it's asking. This key, if you buy from Microsoft, it costs you 10,000 or 15,000. Like Windows key costs 5,000, 6,000 rupees, Indian rupees. So server key cost you 12,000 rupees. And if it's exchange is just one the product, right? One of the software. So let's Google it. Exchange server key price. $800, yani 48,000 rupees, and it can support up to 5 mailbox databases. So if you need more, then you need $4,000 to support 100 mailboxes.
So because of 5 mailbox database means
Only in one
5 into
Almira.
99.
No. In one Almira, there would be only one database. Only 5 database they will give you.
Okay. And each data contains like 99 mailbox
Mailbox.
users.
Yes, mailbox
So
means
99
user.
into 5.
Correct.
So there will be around like 440, 490 users.
Correct.
492.
If you
Something like that,
want
yeah.
to maintain one database which has a capacity of 100 mailbox, then you need to pay up to $4,000. $4,000 USD include equal to
Eventually, we are paying some of the amount. Rather, we have all the on-premises
correct.
things. But
We are paying only
so,
one time, but this one
okay,
time
that's one time.
means, but it is one time because you are not paying every month. Here you're
Okay.
paying only one time, then you own everything your own. If suppose your database down, you log into your server, you go to database, you maintain it, you see what is the problem, right? Everything you have. You have virtual directories, you have certificates, you have servers. So when I was explaining this, so this is our servers. So let's suppose this is my servers DC01. So if I install one more machine and I add that machine into this server, I will start seeing DC02 here. I cannot create new server now, but I can add it into the servers. So server means one Almira. Any doubt, guys?
No.
On purchasing Office 365 license, you will not get any difference apart from this portal. You'll get same portal after purchasing Office 365 license. That's it. Even on-premise, you'll get more option, more permissions compared to Office 365. Office 365 is a lighter version of on-premise. That's it. It's a cloud version. So they manage their mailboxes. They manage our databases. You cannot see there the database. We can see the database as well. So if I go to servers, I can see my database. But in Office 365 portal, you will not be able to see the database because they don't want you to see the databases. They are the one who are managing everything in cloud, Microsoft. So you don't have option to see the servers, to see the database. What you can see, you can only see the mailboxes. That's it. Okay, this is the mailbox. So I was explaining what is the latest Aziz I have created. So now Aziz just have the user ID into organization. Aziz does not have. If the meeting get over, guys, let me know. It's still going on. In 2 minutes it will over. So now I will create Aziz mailbox here. New user mailbox. It's asking me to select alias. I want to select existing user. Automatically, this will show our existing. See, Aziz. How did it come to know? I told you the topology service is running, which is connecting to Active Directory and replicating each new user whenever we create. So if you go to services.msc, you will see this topology service. That service is stopped. Exchange will stop communicating to AD. So this is also one of the interview question that when you're trying to create a new user, new mailbox, but you can't find the user, what is the issue? We see some new member, Surbi Kumari. So Surbi, are you also from Exchange background or anything, Active Directory or help desk? So we see new member Surbi. Surbi, are you also from help desk background or Exchange or Active Directory, anything?
Hi. So I was working in Mindtree as an exchange engineer, and in Infosys, I'm working as an exchange administrator.
So how much experience do you have?
Altogether, I have 7 years of experience, but related, it is around 4.5 or 5.
Wonderful. So you work on-premise Exchange?
I didn't get you, sorry.
Do you also work on on-premise Exchange servers?
Server, I have worked very minimal things like majorly I work for Exchange Online. Server, I want to learn. When I saw the message, is the reason I joined immediately.
Okay, okay. So in Exchange Online, do you see, have you seen the portal before? I mean, obviously you're working, so you have seen the portal, right?
Yes,
You get to
yes,
see this information? Yes, no? You never,
yes.
no, no, you don't see on the server the database settings, the server settings, right?
No, that also ECP portal I was able to access. Like I'm currently working in Infosys as an exchange administrator, where we have an access for ECP. So there it's like DAX and all. I'm able to see
Okay, so you have hybrid environment, that means.
exactly.
Okay,
And just wanted to convey one thing. Like I have my interview scheduled. Majorly, they are gonna ask on Exchange server itself. That is day after tomorrow.
okay, wonderful. So this is
Thank
the
you.
one of the interview questions I'm sharing that on-premise exchange they ask. 100% they ask what is DAG and how it is configured.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
so, as I was mentioning, if we have more servers, then the DAG comes into the picture. So I'll explain into our later sessions. If we have more bigger company, the more number of DAGs we will have. And DAGs is something, the database availability group. D means database, like these are the database, and A means availability. I mean, this should be available whenever it's required. Group means they make it set of group of four database together, four database together, and then they will segregate. Then which group should go up in terms of any uh, disaster happen or anything happen, because this is machine. If light goes on in my servers, if something happen, this
Shekhar,
machine die.
hi, Shekhar. Your
Yes.
screen is not visible.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Yeah. So as I was showing that these are the databases, and one group, two group, three group, four group, these all groups called database group. Availability means, see, DAG, database availability group. So D means database, availability means which group should be available in case service goes down. And group means they divide the whole organization into groups. Okay. So one server has 100 databases, one server has 100 databases, one server has 100 database, one server has 100 database. So they'll, what they will make, they'll make a group of four servers. That means 400 databases are in this group. So whenever any mishappening happens, let's suppose this server goes down, then this server will be responsible. If this server goes down, then this server will be responsible. To make the organization keep on running, they make these groups, and you know the organization will be available whenever it's required. Okay. So I was creating Yeah, I was showing the service which is responsible, that how the exchange will come to know that Aziz is created. So we have some mandatory services. These are the Microsoft Exchange services, Microsoft Exchange compliance, Microsoft DAG management. So if the DAG is, why this service is stopped? Because we don't have DAG as of now. If we start it, so if the DAG is down, this service will be down. Microsoft Exchange diagnostic, Active Sync is responsible for mobile devices, emergency migration service. This service used for migration, front end, health manager. So for our next class, I want you to understand and do this homework. Learn about Microsoft Exchange services and their responsibility. Okay, what is the service and what is the use of this service? IMAP is for sending emails. Then we have information service, mailbox assistant service, replication service, exchange transport service. This is responsible for sending any receiving emails. Then we have submission service. This service is used to submit the email. Then we have POP3 for Outlook. Then we have replication service to make the duplication. Then we have exchange search service. Whenever we search anything in the Outlook, this service is responsible to search your emails. This service, even not in Outlook, even in Teams, if you search anybody's name into Teams, even in SharePoint, if you search anything, this service is responsible to manage your complete organization search into Exchange. So that's the reason we always will have multiple servers and multiple databases, and each server will be running these services. So if one goes down, the another is working. Trolling service, transport log, filtering services. These services are very, very important, but you need to learn the mandatory services, which are, if this service down, recording is on. Yeah, the recording is on. Thank you. So Microsoft topology service I was looking for. Active Directory, domain services, Active Directory web services, Exchange topology service, encryption. Aziz, do you remember what that service is called? It's been long time, guys, so I forgot. Let me Google it. My chat GPT is my favorite these days. What is full name of topology service which is responsible for application from A to Exchange? Microsoft Exchange Active Directory topology service. So if this service down, the Exchange will stop talking to Active Directory. So this one of the issue came when we were trying to create a new user mailbox, and that user was not showing into Exchange because of the topology service was down. So if the connection breaks, how many impact will happen? Whoever works in Exchange online, their password will not sync to AD, and they will not be able to authenticate from AD, and they will not be able to log in. So similarly, if I create a new user if I show you that if I want to create a new mailbox, and that mailbox, user mailbox, and let's suppose I want to browse existing user, I don't see any more user, only Aziz I see, because for Aziz the mailbox not created. So if I create a new user here with the name of Ravi, R Kumar, so immediately Exchange will pop up the new user created and start showing that new user into Exchange. So if I refresh, I go back, I go back, and I create a new mailbox, user mailbox. Earlier we could only see Aziz, now we should also see Ravi. Can you see Ravi? Hello, hello, hello. Please response, guys.
Yes.
Yes, yes, we can see.
So this is the another example that immediately, see, it's not mandatory, but this is the recommended. Mostly company follow this only. Let's suppose you don't have an Active Directory account, but you still want to create a mailbox. So what you'll do, you unselect this. We don't want Ravi. We fill this information. Okay, first name, last name, but this is not allowing us because we have selected the option existing user. So we click here, new user, this will be unselected. So if I create Mohit Sharma, and now it is giving us to select the organization unit. So organization unit means the AD organization unit. It will start showing where you want to save this. See, exchange groups, security groups, and users. So I want to create this into users. So it will automatically create a user into your AD as well. User logon is M Sharma. New password. Mailbox database. So it's asking you to select the database as well. Let's suppose we have 300 database. Let's suppose we have 50 database. As of now, we are so poor, we just have one database. So it will only show you one database because we are not having even 100 employees. If we have more than 100 employees, then we need another database, right?
So does this option come when we create the user on Intra ID?
Intra
Database
ID,
option.
we never create mailbox on Intra ID. Intra ID is only for, it's a cloud version of Active Directory.
Okay.
We get these options when we create this. We don't get these options to select database when we do it on portal.office.com. Right, Shruti? Survi?
Yes.
We don't get this option, right? Because I
Yes,
have
sir.
not logged into Office 365 for almost 5-6 years now. But I'm sure there's no such change yet because there's no design change. Because I still keep taking interviews even on Office 365. I even don't get chance to work because my technology is into cybersecurity from last 5-6 years now. But I'm just teaching to enhance my skill and to get you guys free course. So we select the database here. So we see the Mohit is not in our ED till now. Okay. So this is the new magic I'm gonna show you. Now it's saying create on-premise archive mailbox for this user. No. Policy if you want to add, no, and we click on save. So our mailbox is ready.
Shikhar, I have one question here.
Yes.
So when we installed Active Directory in primary server, we created some of the users, right? So
Yeah.
that is just for logging into the laptop, and this is for the uh,
Login to
using the
mailbox.
mailbox.
Correct, correct.
Okay.
Absolutely correct. And the user which we created is not only for logging to laptop. See, Exchange is a cloud version is only not for login ID is not for only laptop. Exchange is one of the application. That's it. But these users will be required to log in or use any of the application in entire organization. It can be SharePoint, it can be SAP, it can be some vendor. They have hundred of applications, like Uber delivery guy. They have the application Uber. So if I want my TCS company should have the partnership with Uber, so they will create their contract here. They will not have the mailbox, but they will be still be able to use the Uber application login with the TCS ID. So Active Directory is not only to create users, but it is also to manage. It's a centralized database to store and manage the objects into organizations, all the objects. Okay.
Shekhar, just one query. When we create an object on AD Active Directory, so what all attributes we make changes so that a mailbox has been created, or what changes we do that a mailbox will be created for that user?
No, we never create or decide any attribute based on our interest or anything. We generally do it on by default. So I'll show you.
So, for example, if I want to create a resource mailbox, so on AD we will create an object. How it will be identified that this is a resource mailbox? It will be considered as a resource mailbox, or it will be considered as a user's mailbox or a shared mailbox.
No, you have to understand first the difference. That's the reason my first requirement of today was what are the recipient type. We have to understand the difference between these recipients. What is the user
Yes.
mailbox? What is the room mailbox? What is the equivalent mailbox? What is the linked mailbox? What is the contact? We have to understand the difference, right?
Yes.
So if I show you Mohit, we created on cloud just now, right? But how does it get
Yes.
replicated here? The topology service works vice versa. We did not create it in cloud. It was on premise, but we created an application. What is the application name? Exchange.
Exchange. Yeah.
And still it created all the attributes, whatever required. By default, it create the default attributes. So these are the attributes. Mohit Sharma, username this, login name is this, mailbox is this, login last logon never because he never log in, last logon never, legacy exchange this, email address this, nickname is this, MB DB user details is true, MS exchange address is this, good this. So you need to understand the value of these attributes, and you don't need to create any specific value for any attribute to create a new user mailbox. So similarly, we have created a mailbox for Mohit Sharma. Now we will create a mailbox for Aziz as well. So Mohit Sharma we created on our Exchange server. Automatically, it also created the user on our AD as well. If you see, Mohit will start showing here, which we never created on AD. See, we got Mohit here,
Yes.
but we created it on Exchange, right?
Mhm.
So it's not vice versa. Like if we create any user in Exchange, we have to create the user in. Sorry, if we create any user in Active Directory, then we have
AD,
to create
then there can
mailbox as
be
well.
hundred of reasons that AD account is required. Maybe he does not require an Exchange mailbox. Maybe he does not need a mailbox at all. Maybe he will not be using emails. Maybe he will be just a delivery boy. Maybe he will be just creating ID card into company. Maybe he will just helping the interview panel. Maybe he comes only weekend drives. He helps the candidate to segregate. He does not need an email address. He just do the entry based on the job, right? We are in IT. That's the reason we are requiring the mailbox. But mailbox is just an application. Exchange is just an application into company. But Active Directory is the backbone of the company.
So when we create an object on AD, then again we have to create a mailbox coming to ECP
Absolutely
using this
correct.
existing user.
Yes,
Okay.
existing user. So here I'll select
Okay.
existing user. It will show me only that mailbox which does not have mailbox right now. So I have only one
Okay.
user left, which is Aziz. For Aziz I have not created. Ravi also I have not created. So I select one. Now it will give me the option go next, because these options are grayed out because I have selected existing user, right? More options, you can select the database. If the database already there, if you have multiple database in companies, what happens, we have a set of list of database and we have always predefined SOPs created. So what they mention, that they mention this user is a US user, this user is a UK user, this user is an India user. So based on their user locations, they decide the database. But we get this SOP already with us whenever we create a database. So we have to follow the SOP. We cannot
So
choose the database based on our choice.
okay. So related to this this database location impact users mailbox access. Like
Correct. No, no,
it.
no. It does
Okay.
not impact the access, but it may delay their logins. So what is the
Okay.
database? I will explain to you in a better way. See, asking questions makes interesting sessions and also makes me happier that you are understanding. So you're always welcome to ask the questions. Okay. I like this kind of student who ask the questions. So let's suppose I have 5,000. Let's suppose I have 2,000 users into company. Let's suppose 200 users. Okay, 100. No, no, 2,000. So one server. This is my first server. Server one, and this is in India. So my brother is in Canada. I am your brother. I'm in Canada. You talked to me and you said, Shekhar, why don't we set up one more branch in Canada? I said, okay, I can help you. I took an office here on rent. I open another server. I took a rent and it's in Canada, right? So in Canada, in India, we already have 100 databases. Okay. We have, let's suppose these are 100 databases already. And now we have 100 databases here. Let's suppose 60 databases. We are still left not as many people join, because one database we can save up to 100 mailbox information. Okay. So let's suppose this is Canada location mailbox and this is India location mailbox. So what are these called? DB. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes, Shekhar.
Databases. So let's suppose we have an active directory here that is in India, and this active directory is talking to each other. Sorry, this two locations are talking to each other using the sites feature in AD. Okay, and this is also getting replicated using our India Active Directory. So we have some user who recently joined Canada location. We have Happy landed in Canada on his PR, and he decided to join our company, which is an Indian company. Okay, so when Happy joins here, even he's Indian, and even the company is Indian. So let's suppose Ruchi or whoever have admin, the girl who is working in Infosys. Sorry, I forgot your name. It's good to always have a name sessions. She left, I think. Okay, let's suppose Ravi. So Ravi is our admin, and who is working in India, and who got the ticket of creating a mailbox for Happy. But Ravi has been given a document which says when you create a mailbox, there is an SOP documents always given to the employees who create the mailboxes. We never create anything, we never do anything without SOP into company. Never. Everything is done by SOP, followed by SOP. And we are the one, L3 and architectures are the people who works on SOPs. Most of the companies we get SOP transfer from whenever we get the company project. So Happy joined Canada location, and Manoj is a new to company. He is not following the document. He just know that it's a a very easy job, and I can do it myself. He decide. So this DB name is DB017. So this is how the DB names are decided. Server means SRV 03. Yeah, I mean depending on which server number is this. Then IND, then DB017. That's how the naming convencing mostly companies. So SRV means server number. So this server number can be 1 because we have server 1 here. IND means India location. DB means the database number. So whenever we see the user mailbox, it will show the which server has been created. So I'll show you the recent database which we created. So recent mailbox which we created for Ajiz. So if you open Ajiz property which we just created, it will show you the property and the location of everything. Uses of mailbox, we will have only very less uses, email address, mailbox features, mail tips, mailbox notifications, general. There's a lot of background noise. Can you mute? Thank you. Guys, I had never seen a dog barking in Canada. Even the dog, I feel they don't know how to bark. View details. No.
I think it's under general. Go to open the mailbox and under general scroll down, then it will show again.
I'm also seeing after so long, so many years, so I'm also exploring. Thank you. Yeah, it's in the, it should be under general. Let me see. Yeah, mailbox database. So this is the mailbox database. Custom attribute if you want to add any. So, okay, let's come back to our painting. So when Manoj tried to create a mailbox, and let's suppose he assigned Happy the database which is DB019. Now what will happen? Tell me the process. Now Happy joins the company. He log into Active Directory. Then he gets a URL. This URL. Okay. He log into OA. So he goes to his portal and he open a new tab, or okay, I'll open a tab here. And he try to log into OA first time. So by default it's picking up whoever logged in last time. So I'll log out this guy A Sharma and then log in Ajiz or the Ravi, whoever or Mohit, whoever recently created. So if Manoj give him the mailbox location of database 19, then Happy will log in here. Then after getting authenticate, similarly we have AD sites also, like we have Canada site here, India site here. So similarly we always have sites for Active Directory also. This is Canada Active Directory and this is India Active Directory. Okay, so India AD and Canada AD. So when Happy log into AD, he get authenticate using his credential with the Canada AD, but then he tried to log into his server, mailbox server, and M Kumar, Mohit Kumar. Okay, his first time login. So first time login will always have, I don't know, the Mohit password is incorrect. Okay, I'll try again. He will always get a prompt of selecting. Okay, it's asking. First I need to give username, then M Kumar, then his password. No. Does the M Kumar exist? Ravi exist. Mohit Kumar already there. M Sharma. Okay, sorry. See, I was doing wrong. M Sharma. So when first time this M Sharma login, let's suppose it's a Happy, it's not M Sharma. So he will get a prompt to select his time zone and his location. Only first time he will get this. So Exchange can save that information for next time, letting him choose the time and the location. So this is the Happy's first time login. So when Happy try to log in, his request will be routed to India mailbox. Even though he will be getting authenticated, he will be able to log into his mailbox. But do you think for Happy it's better if he get his mailbox here? It's easier because first the location will go here, first the request will come here, then it will see the Happy is being authenticated in Canada. It will retrieve the information to this AD first, sorry, the site, Active Directory sites, and then this site will replicate the information here. I mean, this Active Directory will contain the location of Happy's mailbox, that this Happy mailbox exists on DB019 or DB020. Then this AD will inform to that AD, the traffic will increase, and this traffic replication will take time. But whenever happy, we'll try to log in, we'll try to search an email, we'll try to search anybody on Teams, we'll search anything on his SharePoint. It will slower, it will perform as a slower compared to local DBs into Canada. And that's the reason it's always preferable to create a mailbox where the user location exists, the nearest. Let's suppose we don't have any location, any office in US, but we have one or two employee joining from US. So if the employee who is in US and joins us, and where he should be assigning the mailbox, obviously Canada is near to US, so he will be also given the mailbox into Canada server, into Canada mailbox. He will not be given the mailbox into India location servers, because Canada is near to US. So based on the user location, we always prefer giving the mailbox location near to the user region, user location. Am I clear, guys?
Yes, Shikhar.
Yes.
So I think let me this login first, and going forward we'll try to cover this class on weekend only, because we have very less number of participants in weekdays. And so in weekend, even if you do for 2 hours, it's okay, but at least people will join.
Yeah, that sounds good because we can at least brush up the videos on the weekdays and then we can join on weekend.
Yeah,
That would-
because I see, when I was trying to analyze the videos, I see only if I make 1.5 hour video, 2 hours video, I'm even recording only 9 minutes or 3 minutes average time video is being watched. So I think by watching videos is not the purpose of this class. I want you to do practical and have interacting understanding being with me during the class. Then it's up to you guys how you want to proceed. If any we have more votes who wants to do on daily basis, that I have no problem with that as well. Depends on you guys.
I think weekend would be more good.
Okay. So when you log in, when you have on C, I get US Canada automatically. It pick up my machine and then it select the time zone. So he has to always, whenever who log in first time, they always had to decide their time zone. So I'm in Canada, I'll select US Canada. Now I can log in. So if I select US Canada and it's first time login for happy, it will take some time to configure his mailbox. The mailbox being configured from the backend, but for him it is first time. So if you open Mohit's mailbox, you can see how many things you can change for Mohit. You can change the OVA settings, you can change the policies, you can set up the limits. You have to go through these options yourself. That what are the mailbox properties, why it is important, what are the
And
recipient
this
types.
this dashboard which we have opened, this is the backend dashboard for Mohit email.
Yes,
Like Mohit
yes,
cannot
yes.
access all these things.
Yes, only the admin can access. What can
Okay.
Mohit can access? Only this Outlook. For him,
Okay.
he just have to type username and password and that's it. And
Okay.
for this, he has to pay, the company has to pay $35 every month to Microsoft just to get this
So
portal.
yeah, and then one more thing I would like to know, like these all things we are doing, which is connected to the primary DC. This is secondary DC, and these
Do not
like
combine DC to Exchange, because DC is something bigger than Exchange. Exchange is just an
okay,
application and DC is something holding the AD. The Active Directory is the backbone of company.
okay.
Active Directory
So
users can be used to authenticate and to use other applications as well. But Exchange is only used for emails and Teams and SharePoint purposes.
no, my question is that I got a point. So my question is that like you are accessing all these remotely, right? Not uh, on the primary installation which you have done. So it's
No, no,
just
no.
fine.
I am everything accessing only onto this one machine. That's the reason my this machine is very slow. On my
Okay.
free time, I will try to create one additional DC, one client machine, and then I'll try to log into client machine. See, these are the Mohit's user property. If you see first name, last name, full name, display name, alias, require password change, likeness login, hide from GEL. If you click on this option, then nobody will be able to see him to GEL. What is GEL? GEL is global address list. So globally means anybody in the organization can see. If you see into your company, you cannot send an email to VP or a director or some VIP users because their email address being hidden from here. If you click on this option, then we will not be able to find his email address into our Outlook or into our OA. Then we need to see the uses. Last logon, when the Mohit or the happy logon last time, we see by default we get 2 GB of space for each user. Like in TCS, we just have given 100 MB of space. We can increase this size. Generally, on-premise Exchange servers, daily task we get is increase the size request. So we get a manager approval and we increase these size limits. Okay. And then we have contact information like street address. Same thing is in AD also. We can update here also reason, workplace, more options. What else? Phone number, mobile number, notes, organization title, department, company, manager's name. Then we have email address. It's only one email address here. If you want somebody to call him with another name also, that M Sharma is a name, but somebody want call him to Naresh also, so we can put his another email address that will also combine to this automatically update based mailbox features. We have sharing policy, we have role assignment. If you want to assign any role to this Mohit, then we have retention policy. If you want to assign any specific policy for this user, then we have address policies. Then you have active sync if he has any mobile device linked. Then we have disabled OA for device. So if you click here, we can disable his OA feature. He will not be able to log into OA. He will only be using only in Outlook. Then his IMAP is disabled. He will not be able to use Outlook because this option is disabled. POP3 is also disabled. Litigation hold is enabled. So we need this is the further topic. Everything complete exchange. If you go through Mohit's property and each of these tabs, if you explore yourself, you will understand the complete exchange features. Mail flow, message size restrictions, delivery restrictions, everything is mentioned here in Mohit's property. Member of group, if he is part of any group, mail tips. So mail tips is something when you create a mail, when you create an email, on top of email you will see sometimes this person is out of office. So that is called mail tips. This is the limit. This is also one of the interview questions. That what is the mail tip limit, maximum limit character into mail tips, which is 175 characters. Then litigation hold. If Mohit is involved in any kind of legal things, then organization asks them to put a litigation hold. We have permissions, send as permissions, and send on behalf permissions. This is also one of the interview question. What is the difference between send as and send on behalf? What is the permission type in what is the mailbox delegation? This is also one of the interview questions. Okay. Then we have full access, Exchange servers, display name. So that's all features you get on Mohit's. So now we are able to log into Mohit's account and we are good to go. So if we log in here and if you send an email to whom he wants to send an email, let's suppose we type control key. Whom he wants to send email to Ravi. No, Ravi is not there. Did we create Ravi mailbox?
You created Aziz, you can try that.
Ankit Sharma. Yeah, I'll say Ankit Sharma. Ankit. So this is called global address list. When we are searching, it is called global address list. So if you hide somebody from the GAL, no matter if you search here, you will not be able to search. And this search is also searching. That is a part of indexing service. That is a part of search service, which I showed you into services. This search is managed by search Ankit Sharma. So here we type message. Welcome, buddy. Whenever we do test message, always this is the best practice of Microsoft. Test 1 and then time at the time of test. So this is 1:24 p.m. EST. Hello. It's pretty slow, so I'll better create one client machine for next time and I'll do the practical into client machine. I'll leave the server for authentication only. So I'll sign out and I'll log in as A Sharma, Ankit Sharma. This is Ankit Sharma, right? A Sharma, okay. So the more doing this, creating mailbox and all this, you need to understand what is mailbox server, what is transport server, what is database, what is their additions, what is their limits. If you want to learn it from the scratch, that will be better rather than just doing administrative task, because we are here to have to own our company. It is not just like having your limited knowledge. Whoever is an exchange admin, they also know how to give permissions and all, but the backend things, hardly 80% people of the company, they don't know, because nobody showed them in this level. Nobody wants to share knowledge, especially when it comes to L3 and above. But I believe sharing is something good. People try to make the dependency, they don't share the knowledge. Nobody wants you to know that how the database works, what is the database, and you also don't get interest. You just want your work to be finished, that's it. So you more understand what is server, mailbox server, what is database, then you will move forward to the mailbox level. Okay, so I would request you to go through these questions. What is the file type in database? That is also one of the question. What are the file types in database, mailbox database? These file types are responsible and help us to troubleshoot. Okay, what are the mandatory service for exchange servers? Each service is responsible for one of the tasks. The machine is working very slow, So for a next session, I will create another machine like client machine. So that client machine is, because in backend, even exchange and AD, everything is working at the same. That is the reason it's running slow, I think. Otherwise, I have given 8 GB RAM. This should not run this much slow.
Shekhar, when you create a mailbox, how the mailbox size has been allotted? Like I saw for Aziz or Mohit, 2 GB it was showing. So by
By
default,
default, it
it's a
is 2 GB.
policy.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
set this policy as well. You can change this, but that is also one of the interview question. Good point. Happy. They also ask what is the default size of a mailbox when it's created on on-premise. There are very less companies there on on-premise because everybody wants to have the easy job, and that's how the Microsoft marketed their product Office 365. So even admins, whoever works as an admin, exchange admin, they also not aware of the backend things. We have database maintenance, we have DAG, we have shadow redundancy, we have split brain syndrome, we have white space cleanup activities. There are a lot of work in action on premise, but in cloud it just whoever can speak in English can understand cloud and can work in cloud as a M365 admin. There's no coding required at all. It's only your interest and your time is required. Okay, I think it's almost 2 hours now. So we'll wind up after we check this mailbox, and then we'll connect on next week. We'll try to keep these sessions only on weekends. Hope this is fine. Okay. I have complete PowerShell book to do everything using PowerShell in Exchange. So I was planning to cover this also. This is 800 pages of book. Okay, that's all for today. Anything else, guys? I'm audible.
Yes,
Uh,
Shekhar.
Shekhar, you said about transport service. Like, is it a service or server?
No, it is a server also, but now it is combined as a service. But once you read about the mandatory service, the transport service, you will come to know that is one of the mandatory service which has to be run always to make the mail flow works. As Aziz mentioned yesterday when we were talking about edge server and all, he clearly and very nicely explained how this being worked in the backend. Earlier we used to have hub server, cache server, but now everything is being merged into services
Okay.
to make it more easier for an exchange admin. So it's running very slow. So what I'll do next time, I will create another client machine. I join that machine into domain, and then these testing and all will do on the client machine only. This was our client machine, but that is in different organization. That is in Microsoft.com. So all these labs I'll prepare separately, same way, and then I'll next session we'll have on weekends. Okay. Hope by this weekend I want you guys to utilize the YouTube links which I've shared, and follow the videos and prepare your own lab. During these sessions or during this week, whoever face an issue can reach me out or to Abdul, Aziz Abdul, or anybody in the group. They can help us. Even I can help us. If I don't reply, then anybody who has done the lab themselves, they can reply.
Sure, Shekhar.
Because if we do just like, next, then there's no use of these classes. I want you to do with me, you to do practical. That's the only way you to understand it, if you really want to learn it. As people have already said that, nobody values the free things. That's the reason they have started charging you 25,000 for one class. So I've been also told this, but I still believe you. If you're learning for free, you will change that mentality that even people who wants to learn free, they also can prepare the lab and they are serious about the course. You're not wasting your time spending 2 hours being on the call, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Shekhar.
Shekhar. The lab will be completed by within 2 3 days.
And it applies to everyone. Guys, please prepare lab and then come up with the questions. Everything is free on internet. If you're stuck somewhere, then watch the video. Okay, then I think we are good for today. Thank you, guys. Meeting is also going to end in next. It's gone. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much, Shekhar.
BB.